How do large language models actually work? Say I have a question about who wrote the book Rabbit Run. I typically feed this into an LLM such as ChatGPT, Gemini, or Claude, and I would get my answer back of John Updike. But what actually happens in this middle step? A large language model is made up of a number of components, but it can really be split up into three distinct sections. A pre-processing stage where text is prepared and transformed from text to numerical vectors that the LLM can understand. A processing stage where the model interprets the input and forms an internal representation of its meaning. And finally, a post-processing stage where the model prepares its output for the user back from vectors to text. Let's start at this first stage and follow our question through this process to find out what happens. Please note that in this video I will use words in place of tokens to make explanations easier to understand. So to begin, we must first convert our raw textual input, which in our case is our question, into a numerical representation the model can understand, which is a set of vectors. Let's zoom into these vectors to understand what they represent. Each one of these vectors represents a word in our input question and carries embedded information about what each word means and where it is in our input. For instance, the word book is turned into its own embedded vector, which carries both meaning and position, where meaning encapsulates the identity of the word, here book is a noun and object, and its location in the sequence, here it's in the second position. We then take the embedded vector representations of our input and feed them through a processing section.